SK Vibemaker.
Some like it, the big bad anthem. You don't know where it go. This is for the girl with the clean, fresh pum pum. Yeah, that's something there. I know every girl can sing that song, yeah, because I know every girl can skin out. Drop it.
SK Vibemaker, my interviews are hotter. You know we bring through the best special guests. We are not changing tradition anytime soon. We got the Queen of Dancehall in the building. Spice is here.
Wagwan, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Oh wait, I'm using the wrong accent. Hey guys, what are you doing? You know, I like my British accent. It just don't stay with me. It comes and go.
Some people might think you're putting it on, but you might have it naturally because you actually lived here for a little while, right?
I used to live here when I was younger. I actually went to school here. A lot of people don't know that. So yeah, when I was younger, I used to live in Finsbury Park.
Mm-hmm. With your grandparents?
With my grandparents and my aunts. I have a lot of family here. So yeah, my father died when I was young. So, you know, my granddad was trying to help my mom and then she sent for me. And it was just a culture shock.
So how long was you actually here for, like, when you know, as a youngster?
Well, living here, not going back to Jamaica, maybe over 2 years. But after that, I kept coming and going.
So that time that you spent in North London, Finsbury Park, how much of an impact do you think it had on Spice as a person?
I would say culturally, it kind of showed me a different side of the world. It was different for me, and for me as a person, it taught me a lot of things. And so I remember when I came here, I used to sit and put my elbows on the table, and my granddad would be no. Sit forward, and it was a lot of principles in that house when I was here in England. So I feel like it had a lot to do with my upbringing as a lady, the mannerism and stuff like that. Everything was kind of different.
Do you remember the school that you went to?
I always do, but sometimes I forget the name. I was trying to remember it when I was coming up because my dancers asked me the same thing. I know it was in Finsbury Park, and I know I used to walk to school, so I know it was just around Wilberforce Road.
Yeah. That's proper Finsbury Park.
Right
near the train station, everything.
Yes.
So you know the bits.
I know the bits. And I remember walking to the train station and not to go to school, but I know I always take the Piccadilly line to go visit friends. So those stuff is what I remember.
So you are definitely coined the Queen of Dancehall. Do you know what I'm saying? How much of a pressure does that feel like? You know what I mean? Having that title, the Queen of Dancehall, you know. There's been a few big heavyweight female artists in dancehall.
Oh, absolutely. And I feel like it comes with a lot of pressure. And I don't think people understand that it does come with pressure because people are looking to you as the head of the genre. So everything just falls on my shoulder. I remember waking up one time thinking like, oh my God, is there so many other artists that they can? But then I'm like, okay, I'm the queen. I get it. Everything is like, oh, why Spice don't do this? Or Spice, it's like everything is Spice. So it does come with a lot of heavyweights, a lot of pressure. And I will say, sometimes you're working only to get to the top, but I think we also need to prepare with what comes with being at the top. And I don't think I was prepared for what comes with being at the top because I would never imagine, you know, that I would now be the queen of dancehall and everything would just fall on my shoulder.
So Mirror 25 is the name of the new album, the third album.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Talk to us about the album, the concept, the title, what people need to know about the album.
So the name of this album is called Mirror 25 because I'm literally kind of mirroring my past and things that I've been through, things that I managed to overcome. I've been in the business for 25 years. So I started from 1999. And no, it's not because I'm old. It's because I started when I was young. So I started since I was a teenager. So from 1999 to now, I'm celebrating 25 years. And so it's a big thing for me. I tell everybody that this is not a small thing because to be in a male-dominated business as a woman and dancehall is an ever-growing business, there's always new talents popping up. And to still be relevant after 25 years, I'm really proud of myself for remaining consistent throughout the years and to have accomplished so much. So I'm just kind of reflecting on everything that I managed to overcome. And I'm thinking of myself also in the future. I'm like, okay, so where do I go from here? And that's why it's called Mirror, because it's like I'm in an era of just kind of reflecting on everything.
25 years is no joke, man. On the song No Competition, you got the line where you say, no competition, I'm in my own lane.
Yes.
How do you maintain that hunger for all of that time? Because it might sound simple, you know what I'm saying? 25 years of reinventing yourself, staying relevant, staying sharp. How do you keep that hunger and that sharpness?
You know what? I feel like my hunger and that sharpness comes from my hunger. And that's a very good question. And when I say my hunger and my sharpness and maintaining it comes from my hunger, it's just remembering how hungry I was and I don't want to go back there. I've come from humble beginnings, and so I started really from nothing. There was a moment where I lost my house to fire, so I was homeless. So I was sleeping with family and bouncing around. You know, there was moments when I wanted to go to school and mama couldn't afford to send me to school. I had to walk to school. So coming from humble beginnings and nights where I have to go without food, I never want to go back there. And also as a mother now that I have my own kids, you know, you want to set that life for them. And I feel like that inspires me. So every time I spend any money, I go down, me want to get up and go do something else. I forgot keep it afloat.
Straight.
I feel like my inspiration comes from my past. I never want to go back to poverty again.
The thing is, I am well versed in your music. A lot of people are inside, outside reggae dancehall culture. But there are a few people on this planet that might not quite know who Spice is. How do you introduce yourself to people that don't know who Spice is?
I would have introduced myself as the Grammy nominated Queen of Dancehall, the black girl who opened up a lot of doors, who started an evolution for other females and kind of turned a lot of no's into yeses. One of the most lyrical out of Jamaica, one of the baddest female who ever come out of Jamaica, the queen of stage, hands down, the baddest on stage, you know, super talented, you know, well diverse and, you know, versatile female artist.
Very talented, and you've given us so much. Something of note that I really want to talk about. This is the first time we're meeting and talking. The raw, unapologetic edge that Spice has, the ratchetness that some people would call it. Where does it come from? Is it an alter ego? It comes from
dancehall.
And of course, is it an alter ego or is this you?
I feel like it's an alter ego because there's a difference with Grace Hamilton, and my real self, Grace Hamilton, is so opposite from that Spice character, where I'll just be at home. I tell people all the time I'm shy, and they'll be like, "What?" And I said, "Yes, I'm shy," but
Shy?
Spice is definitely an alter ego. Yes, I am shy. Spice is an alter ego. I feel like she comes out more on stage and in the songs. Whereas I remember my sister telling me one time when she came to one of my stage shows, she was like, I don't even know that person on stage, you know, because it's so much aggression and so much fire and so much feistiness and
a lot of sex.
Yes, a lot of sex. And I don't have a lot of sex. See?
You don't?
As I tell you, I'm the opposite.
She said it. You don't have a lot of sex?
No.
Why?
I just sing about it because y'all want to hear it.
Okay, I'm speechless right now. I'm speechless. You must have a little bit. You got kids. You've been in relationships. We ain't going to talk about that. But
a little bit. But it's funny, but it's the truth.
Okay. Well, a little bit of a topic switch. Something I've been speaking to a lot of artists about recently is the numbers. They are very much publicized, whether it's YouTube, whether it's the streams on the DSPs, whether it's the PR, the record labels. How much of a correlation do you feel like there is between the numbers, which people can see, and how good the music actually is? Because people will lead you to believe that because a song has big numbers, that it's a good song. How much of a correlation do you feel like there is?
I feel like... I mean, for me, I feel like if you have great numbers, then people are listening to the song. And so it has to be something about the song while they're listening to the song, because the numbers have to do with streaming and how many times they're playing it and listening repeatedly. So I feel like numbers does play a major factor in if the song is good. So if a song is good, then it's going to have great numbers because people are actually listening to it.
What about songs with lesser numbers? Does that mean the song's not as good then?
Songs with lesser numbers does not mean the song is not good. Sometimes it has to do with your PR or the marketing campaign around it or the promotion that a song is getting. So a lot of people out there who do have a lot of good songs, but they're probably not getting a number like a Some Me Like It. I was the first one to get over 100 million on YouTube, and my 10 album will have 300 million streams because Go Down There has done so well. But there's other songs that probably don't have that number, but that doesn't mean it's not a good song. Maybe they just need a viral video or they need some promotion on the song or something to kind of spice it up a little bit. So social media has taken those type of things, numbers, to a certain place, to a certain degree. It plays a big part in like the numbers game. So if you're not active in certain area on Spotify and Instagram, on your TikTok and, little stuff like that, you're not going to get the numbers.
So you just mentioned Something Like It. It's about 10 years old now. We've been living with that song for a little while. Been tearing up dances.
Yes.
Most requested. Fantastic song, if I must say so.
Thank you.
A lot of people agree with me.
Yes.
So you said the 100 million that hit, was that on YouTube?
It's more than 100 million right now, but I was the first hardcore female dancehall artist to hit 100 million on YouTube when Something Like It hit 100 million.
Speak about the impacts that you felt that song made and what it's done for your career.
Oh, it has done a lot for my career. It's still one of my biggest songs to this day. That's definitely a girl anthem. The impact that it created was that Something Like It is a song that will never die out of dancehall. And if you have a girl segment and you ask for a girl tune when it comes on to dancehall, then you have to say Something Like It. So it has really just created like a huge peak in my career that I'm trying to even find another Something Like It, because that song has taken me to places I never even know.
I mean, some of the first lines on that song, skin out me,
boom boom, body me ya wine and a boom 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 boom. Still one of my favorite songs.
Was that a first take line?
Actually, I wanted to delete that line.
Why?
Because it was so raw and rare. I was freestyling, doing it, and I just said it. And then Not Nice was like, no, man, I eat that, keep it. And I was like, no, it's too slack. It's too raw.
Wow.
I wanted to take it out, and I'm glad I didn't. So that's how music go.
We are celebrating Something Like It right now.
Yes.
You were saying that only the gal them with the fresh front can celebrate that song there.
Yes.
So what about the rest of them? What they got to do?
Them have to keep them foot shut.
Ooh. This is a direct statement from Spice for all of you guys, yeah?
Yes.
What can they do then? They just got to leave the venue?
They have to leave the venue. Them can't open them foot. They have to keep them foot shut or go back outside. This is not them song.
Okay then.
If you carry the scent then that order there, I'm sorry. When you hear the song, go outside.
What's Spice's take on the current state of reggae dancehall? I mean, many people would say it's changed through, the 90s, the noughties, the teenies to now. What's your take on it, man? The health?
I know that it has changed. The sound has changed, obviously, because the new generation has changed the sound. I know them have so many different sounds in the trap dancehall and stuff like that. But I personally feel like it's doing great. I feel like it's still doing, great internationally. So I don't have a complaint when it come on to it. I still love it because it's like my genre. And I feel like it's still doing great.
Over the last few years, we've definitely seen the rise of Afro beats and Amapiano.
Yes.
Some people have said that that's maybe affected the health of reggae dancehall, maybe put it in the shadows. The same people that were listening to dancehall before more, maybe listening to Afro beats a bit more and Amapiano. What's your take on that? Afro beats and Amapiano putting reggae dancehall in the shadows a bit?
I wouldn't say necessarily that that's put it in the shadow. I feel like Afrobeats is just an Afrobeats time right now. I remember the days when it was dancehall time, when the Elephant Man and the whole of them, they on BT and dancehall around the place, and you can't tell nobody nothing about Shabba Ranks and Elephant. Like, I remember those days when Patra them out and that was just dancehall time. I mean, now I just Afrobeats time. That's music. That's how that music is just something that is always like in a circle like this. After a while, you never know, something else gonna pop up. People like fresh sound and people like freshness, and then them work with that and then them spin and it go in a circle. So you never know, dancehall can become the next big thing again. So that's just what music is. For me, I feel like dancehall is still the roots, and you can't have the branch them without the roots.
Let's talk about this song Mirror. Because I just want to say this is a very powerful song with a lot of powerful messages.
Yes.
I mean, you said so many things, but no bleaching, no altercation.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yes.
Do you have many conversations with people that that like really partake in that?
Oh, absolutely. In 2018, I did Black Hypocrisy, where I was speaking on people from not only Jamaica, but other places that just bleach them skin and alter themselves to appear to look lighter. I did a whole campaign creating awareness on colorism, because I feel like that's a conversation that needs to be had. For me, I've always had that conversation when I see somebody a bleach, because I know a lot of people that does it. So I'm always advocating for black women to love themselves just the way they are.
It's a crazy thing, man. I got stretch marks and things like that, cellulite and my belly flat. You know what I'm saying? A hot topic that I talk to a lot of female artists about is the pressures for bad B culture. You know what I'm saying? To have body surgery, to like live up to that bad B persona.
Yes.
Have you ever felt those pressures, or have you got something to say to like other females that are coming in the game that feel those pressures?
I feel those pressures because they put on a little weight, them comment on it. On social media, the comments are there. Oh, this, that. So yes, you do get that pressure. But at the end of the day, and I might have also had that. I've also had surgery. So it's like on a scale of a seesaw, just from a round song, it's like you can't please people, and that's what I've learned after the overall. So it's like a damn if you do, damn if you don't. So might as well you just relax, stay how you are and just love yourself just like that. Because if you put on a little weight, them complain. If you're too slim, they're gonna complain. I remember when I had my health scare, I just came out of the hospital when I wasn't able to eat, and I had lost so much weight and I was so thin, and it was like, oh Lord, she magai, oh God, when me eat the food I'ma put on back the weight, Lord, she fatty. Like you can never please people. So I always would want to remind women to just love themselves the way they are. Don't ever try to do anything to please anyone or to please the comments, because the comments gonna come regardless.
Listen, Spice, I love your existence in this music thing, in reggae dancehall to be particular. I've had a lot of fun with your music.
Thank you so much.
Now this song Goat, you have the line where you say, me have the greatest of all time. If there are younger females that are of age that are trying to go on the path to having the greatest of all time, what advice do you have for them?
I would definitely tell them, don't rush into relationships, because you cannot skip from man to man and stretch out yourself and done out your body. You have to save some of yourself. You have to it's a certain respect that comes with it. Because you see, girl like me can walk with my head high, and I can talk loud out of my nice clean mouth, because you don't know what a man not jump up on me. So yeah, me can say me have the greatest of all time, because this not regular, this not scandal bag, this not busy, it not make nice. Okay, you want me to continue? Like
a little bit. What does it consist of having the greatest of all time?
It's having us clean, nice, tight and fresh.
Say no more. The track making process for Spice, how does it go in the studio, man? Are you intoxicated? Is there loads of people?
So I don't drink.
Light?
I don't drink and I don't smoke, so it comes naturally. Music I play, I just write song. I write all of my songs. So all the songs on Mirror 25 was written singly by me. I just play the rhythm and ideas come up, and then I just chat and laugh about them, and that was it. Like
you freestyle?
Definitely. Like it's for me, I write, but I go back and I listen and take out some lines. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Notting Hill Carnival before?
A lot, yes. I have a lot
What
of times.
are some of your great experiences from Notting Hill Carnival that you can share?
One of my greatest experience of Notting Hill Carnival was when Red Bull brought me over for the carnival, and it was so packed.
Of course,
people
I was
trying
there.
to tear down the
there.
You was there?
Yeah, I was there.
Yes.
Yeah, go on, continue.
People was trying to tear the fence down. I think the police was saying it full to capacity, so nobody else can get in. But I remember walking on the road, a lot of my fans was outside, and they tried to like lock the gate because they were saying nobody else. And when I said them start tear down the gate, the police, them could not hold them. And I remember they tell me, come, and I was running. But I was still excited because my fans was like, we want to see Spice. We want to see her perform. So it was like, was kind of, oh my gosh, they're going to tear the fence down.
They're going to mash up the place.
They're going to mash up the place. But it was exciting for me.
How does Notting Hill Carnival compare to other carnivals that you've been to around the world?
It's bigger for me because I've been to other carnivals. It's bigger, massive, large crowd. The vibe is nice. They play other songs outside of carnival, which is something that I like. So, I feel like it's always fun. I love it. I love it.
What is one of the albums that's had one of the biggest impacts on your career?
An album?
Yeah.
Bob Marley's album, I would definitely say that's
which one?
Ooh, I know all of the songs them, I don't know if I know them by name, but the one that has the song that says, don't worry about a thing. Which one is that? Do you know it? Every little thing is gonna be all right.
That album, yeah?
That album.
What does Bob Marley mean to you?
He means reggae. He means Jamaica. He means the culture. He means the roots. He means the root of my career, the root of my existence. He means everything, just the reggae and dancehall. He means like the pioneer, the icon, the legend. You know, he has definitely just laid out a roadmap and say, here it is in my hand for me to follow. So I feel like he definitely means everything. If you say Bob Marley, you say reggae, you say Jamaica. So he definitely means everything to us and the culture. And he is kind of one of the person that inspired my early start, because my father is a Rasta. So he only play Bob Marley and Professor Nut song in the house. So that's where music started for me. So I started my career off of that, off of reggae.
So you had the song Spice Marley.
Yes.
And I thought that I was going to hear more of this vibe on the album, but I could do with an EP or a project with you in your reggae bag. Do you think like we'll get that in the near future?
Maybe, if the fans them love it more. For me, I feel like the fans them love the slackness from me more. So that's why I continue to feed them with that more. Because again, going back to numbers, most of my biggest songs, like Go Down There, So Me Like It, that's the songs I realize that they like from me. When I give them like the Spice Marley, it's the comparison is, you know, so it's like very obvious what they want to hear from me. And them like the skin out and the slackness in, and not me. I'm a nice little girl. I'm a Christian. I'm a nice Christian girl. But they love the slackness, so I give it to them.
What do they need to know about this Mirror 25 album if they haven't pressed play on it yet?
They need to know that Mirror 25 album is the best album yet. Like, it has 25 songs representing my 25 career. So, you know, I went all out on this project. It's a great album. Very diverse. A lot of sounds. I'm playing with a lot of sounds. So I know that there's a song on it for everyone.
Hey, listen, they say my interviews are hotter. It's been a great conversation with Spice.
Thank you so much.
SK Vibemaker.